Stop using AI like a tool and use AI like a thought partner, like you're having a conversation with a good colleague, with a trusted friend. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use School Psych AI Sophia to just have a conversation to work on task initiation, working memory, some executive functioning difficulties. Let me show you. Let's jump right in. You're going to head over to School Psych AI. And once you're in School Psych AI, we're going to head over to School Psych AI. Inside of School Psych AI, this is where you can begin having a conversation with Sophia. Make sure that conversations is selected and create a new thread. You can name threads by student, by topic, whatever you want. There's no wrong or right reason here. You can see we labeled this one executive functioning, and then go ahead and you're going to paste in a prompt. The prompt that we're using today is give me 3 evidence-based interventions that improve task initiation and working memory for a 16-year-old high school student named Alex, who struggles to start homework assignments and frequently forgets multi-step instructions in classes like chemistry and algebra. In this prompt, you can see how we're just having a conversation with Sophia. We're telling her what we want her to do, and we're going to go back up here because we're telling Sophia what we want her to do. Give me 3 evidence-based interventions. And we're giving a little bit more context that improves task initiation and working memory. And here's where we add a good bit more of context. For a 16-year-old student that's in high school named Alex, who struggles to start homework assignments and frequently forgets multi-step instructions in classes like chemistry and algebra. You can see the more context that we provide to our thought partner, our good trusted friend, the better output we're going to get. So again, treat these conversations like a conversation with a friend. You wouldn't go up to a friend and say, give me evidence-based interventions. Your friend is going to say, well, for who? For what? What are these interventions for? What are you hoping to do? When you treat it like a tool, that's how you're going to prompt it. Instead, if you treat these like conversations with a friend, you're going to be able to provide more context. Then when you get an output that you might not necessarily like, you're going to keep having a conversation with your friend until you get that output that you prefer. Now, here's what Sophia returned back. Evidence-based interventions for task initiation and working memory. The following interventions are designed to address Alex's challenges with task initiation and working memory. And you can see it's following that prompt that we gave it really closely. The first intervention it gives us is strategic use of checklists and visual schedules. Then it gives us some implementation procedures, the research basis, measuring progress, which is great, adaptations for home and classroom, and then addressing chemistry and algebra challenges. Very good. Then the next intervention it gives us is working memory training with cognitive strategies. Once again, it follows that same process, that same output flow as well. And then it gives us that third intervention, implementation intentions for task initiation. All right. Now, I really like this. And even for this one, it's given the research basis. Research on implementation intentions has shown that this strategy can significantly improve goal attainment and task initiation by enhancing self-regulation. That's what we're looking for here. That's what we want. Then it says these interventions are designed to be practical, developmentally appropriate, and adaptable to both home and classroom environments. Now, that's a great start. But again, we're having a conversation with our good friend Sophia here. So then I'm going to go back and I'm going to say, hey, Sophia, put these in a table format that includes intervention name, target skill, implementation steps, timeline, and materials needed. And in a few seconds, Sophia has followed those instructions and given us a comprehensive intervention table, just how we said. And then always double, triple check. We're reading through. All right, this is looking good. It also gives us some key considerations here that you can pause and read through. Now, we're going to keep prompting Sophia. Push her to the limit. See what she can do. See what she can't do. But now we're going to say, now, I'll be working with this student's case manager, who's a special education teacher, 8 years of experience. Then we're giving that task. Your task is to develop a progress monitoring tracking sheet to track progress towards these interventions. And I want you to include quantitative measures and qualitative observations. When we scroll back up to the top, and here's that progress monitoring track sheet for Alex. Very good. This is what we're looking for. It gives us this progress monitoring tracking sheet, just how we explain, some instructions on how to use it. It includes that qualitative observation, the intervention implementation fidelity, then progress comparison. All right, very good. This is looking good, y'all. Now, why would we stop there? Let's keep going. Now, we're going to tell Sophia, I want to share this with Alex's parents. They work full-time, have limited time for complex interventions. Write this in a parent-friendly letter that takes no more than 5 minutes to read. And be sure to include 2 to 3 realistic strategies that Alex can use at home. Dear Alex parents, and we could modify that. I hope this letter finds you well. As we discussed earlier, Alex has been facing challenges with task initiation and working memory, particularly in subjects like chemistry and algebra. All right, you can take your time, you can pause to read through, but it's pulling in that information that we've been discussing, and to put it in a really nice letter, a nice format. And then it gives those realistic strategies for Alex's parents to try at home. Create a homework checklist, designate a homework space, and then use a planner or a calendar. Then it tells you how, for the parents, how they can monitor the progress. All right, that's really cool. Again, why would we stop there? One of my favorite ways to use Sophia as a thought partner is to ask her this. What am I missing? What haven't I considered? By asking Sophia those 2 questions, it helps us to think deeper through things that we otherwise, where we don't have time, we don't have the capacity, we don't have the cognitive bandwidth to think through things. And so often what happens, we end up missing things or forgetting or omitting. Now with the power of this technology and using Sophia as a thought partner, Sophia can help us to think through things that we otherwise might have omitted. So you can prompt her by saying, what am I missing? What haven't I considered? And in a few seconds, she returns a comprehensive analysis of the gaps of this plan. All right. Upon reviewing the support plan, several potential gaps and areas for enhancement have been identified. It goes through assistive technology tools. It goes through peer support strategies, transition planning for college and career readiness. And then this is good. It talks about some of those potential barriers to implementation, things like resistance to change, technical issues, parental and teacher buy-in. These are all very real things, very real barriers to consider. And then it gives us some practical solutions for overcoming those barriers, things such as gradual implementation, training and support, and regular progress monitoring as well. In just a few minutes, you can see how you can start to use School Psych AI Sophia as a thought partner in the work that you're doing. Make sure that you subscribe, like this video, comment if there's something that you would like us to see, if there's something that you would like to see, and we could walk you through that. Until next time, take care, everyone.